well, like for instance, like getting the opportunity to go see the 4K restoration of Texas Chainsaw and listening to like Toby Hooper's stories about the about Sandy's character, the girl who died, Marilyn. Just like stories about her and Gunnar Henson, how, or one of the other guys, how they cut her for real and stuff. Just amazing stories in the interview. I actually posted that a couple of, like last week I posted it. And wow, it was just amazing, and then seeing that on the big screen, like, is totally different than seeing that on a small screen, than on the TV. It's like, wow, you notice so much more. And it was almost like it was 3D audio. Like, almost like the chainsaw was coming between your head, it was amazing.
Yeah. In the back, yes.
Yeah. And not only that, but there was one guy who actually like dressed up as Leatherface, brought a chainsaw to the college and fired it up in the crowd. So there's like fucking smoke and everything, man. He was just going crazy. It was like, ah! He was like hitting the chairs with it, like, ah! And like, it was amazing, It was like, wow, you really caught that essence of back in the day. Someone actually got sick. A fist fight broke out in the crowd, like in the line to get in. It was just fucking insane. Insane. Probably like next to seeing Friday the 13th Part 3 3D in 19 whatever it was, 80 something. As a little kid, that was like the craziest movie experience I've ever had. And that was like, wow. And then, like Toby Hooper came back out. First he came out for a Lifetime Achievement Award. Then he came out later on and did a full interview, like an hour interview. And then he did a fucking Q&A with everybody in the crowd. And then, that wasn't enough. And then they played Texas Chainsaw 2 in the original 35mm print. And that was just like, oh my god. Like that was crazy because it was an X-rated print. I'm pretty sure there was like 16-year-olds in the audience, 15, 14, maybe even 13. And they played the X-rated print. That was even more insane. And then to top that off, like 2 days later or 3 days later, to hear that one of the main stars, the main star besides Leatherface, died, it was just like, wow. And then since that day, it's just been like that ever since, all week. Golem, like, fuck. Golem gave us the Rocky of arm wrestling. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, he gave us the more movies involved canon.
Yeah. Cyborg. The list goes on. Chuck Norris had like, what, 20 movies with them? It was like...
Charles Bronson had some.
Yeah. It's just like one of those things where it's like, wow. And it sucks because the younger generation will never even know what we're talking about. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, who cares? But...
They will.
Yeah, definitely. When they get to that age where they can respect cinema, because I really do think that comes at a different age, like us, for example, like you. I know since I've been listening to you back in the day, I know that you love cinema. You had that respect and that je ne sais quoi, but you have it, like it's there, and I love to gravitate towards that because I saw that in other people, like Matt and OCP and Zero Cool, and it's just like, wow, it's like for the first time, not only does someone get it, but they're actually living it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
very much to that point. And when I see all these new kids, like they don't even know, they have no fucking idea because they're growing up in the technology age, right? So they have no idea what pioneering the genre we have now was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why this industry is so fucked up. Is because of them. Because the Hollywood is giving them what they want, and they don't, and they keep on running with it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And you know what? That's a big part of supporting Rambo.
Exactly.
And this week, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm dropping everything right now until I know what's going on with all the different projects that are going on right now. I'm going back to supporting Rambo again. I'm like...
That's good.
I'm like, fuck it. You know, like, I've been so much captured up in the essence of, like, RAMBOMANIA, the phenomenon.
Yeah.
And people really don't want to admit it yet, but it's already upon us. Probably, sadly, for the last time, that we will truly know RAMBOMANIA. You know, probably on us for the last time right now, within the next, 6 to 12 months. Now, I'm not saying that about my show, I'm saying about the actual phenomenon. It is returning, you know, with Rambo 5.
Yeah.
So, it's a big time. I kind of feel privileged that I'm getting to cover the phenomenon known as RAMBOMANIA at the same time as it is bursting out upon us again. So I'm like really, like, oh my god, it's scary. When I was looking into it the other night, and I was just like fucking petrified because it's just really breaking down at this decibel rate, and you can already start to see like the tricks involved. You can already start to see like the marketing campaign going, and it's just like, wow. When this thing hits, it's gonna be like the fucking Titanic, not in a bad way, but I'm just saying in massive scope. It will be big when this happens. Wow.
But you know what? I don't think RAMBOMANIA is going anywhere as long as when Supporting Rambo comes out. I believe it's going to be a bigger success, and it's going to make RAMBOMANIA even bigger.
Oh yeah, definitely, because we're not only in the crux of the storyline, so to say, but we're also in the aftershock. So we're between, you know, like, say you had like First Blood, right? And that wave it created after First Blood. The home video boom, the VHS, the beta, everything that followed after it. Like, I'm guessing from what I collected that the studios, and Sly included, were really happy after that era, that first initial era, because they thought it couldn't get bigger, you know what I mean? Like, that was a big success. With Rocky 3 and First Blood, that was a humongous fucking success, you know, that was big. That was really, really big. And even though the studio planned on Rambo dying initially, like, there's no sugarcoating it. From what I've gathered, even from David Morrell, there's no sugarcoating it. They wanted to kill Rambo in the first one, that was it, case closed. And then they brought it back and they let him live because of the fans. The fans spoke, which is really important when you come to the phenomenon known as RAMBOMANIA.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, so...
I definitely see where you're going.
Damn, you know what? I even lost myself. That was really good. Yeah, like, just that big movement was big. And then with the sequel blew it out of the water. But we're in that ring of Rambo to Rambo 5. From everything that I've been hearing over the last year, Sly wants to fucking kill Rambo. I don't know I hope he doesn't, but I'm pretty sure he will. I'm pretty sure, with all the evidence that's coming to me, I'm pretty sure two things are going to happen. Rambo's going to die, and Rambo prequel is going to happen in TV form. And I'm pretty sure because of that, a Rambo movie will happen, and it will be a new Rambo.
I hope not. I just hope he's saying all this for publicity. I really hope.
I know, me too. Like, if they do it, obviously I have my opinions. Like, I would love Mickey to be the new Rambo, because I really think he earned it. You know, he's like one of the first people who put out, like, when Sly made that announcement that they were going to look for a new Rambo in 2009, 2010, Mickey was like one of the first ones to jump on it. And not only did he jump on it from a perspective that was like make a cool trailer and everything else, but he actually put the methods that Stallone himself would put into making the trailer. So he actually went through tortures. He actually went through hard times to make the trailer on a zero budget with no recognition. To the point where he was like climbing up a cliff with no net. You know, this week I posted it today on my Facebook. I saw a picture of him where it says like Rambo, and he jumps up on the cliff again, and he's trying to climb up the cliff. And like when you see that footage, and it's just like, wow, he could have died very, very easily. You know, he earned it. He earned that spot above like the other contenders. And not only that, but he was like one of the first ones. I do believe he was the first one to respond to that campaign. So he's out there, you know. I really do think he deserves it above everybody else. And not only that, but he's just really such a sweet guy, like the sweetest guy you'll ever meet. But going back to what I was saying earlier, we're in that ring. Whereas First Blood started that movement, Rambo 5, whatever they're going to call it, Rambo's Last Stand, is pretty much what it's looking like now. That would be the outer ring. That would be the polar opposite of First Blood, right? So that would be like Rambo's death. So it's just as important to bring in Rambo's character than it is to kill off Rambo in the end. So we're looking at quintessentially what people would love to be the actual sequel to First Blood, disregarding 2, 3, and 4. You know what I mean? Like if we were to discard the fantasy Rambo of First Blood Part 2 and Rambo 3, and the macho seriousness, like not macho, that's the wrong word. The realisticness of Rambo 4. Sly kept it really real. This is on that outskirt, you know. This is Sly's chance to make the First Blood of 2015. You know what I mean? Like, to go all the way back from 1982 to 2015. This is his chance to make the Rambo movie of all time. Because if they're going to kill him off, they got to do it right? There's no way around that. If they don't do it right, fuck it. What's the point? You know what I mean? So they got, like, I don't know, it's a lot on the table. It's a lot on the table.
Yeah, in my opinion, they shouldn't just kill him off though, because Stallone knows how much of an icon Rambo is.
That's it.